Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel Tutor Things. Today in this video we are going to see C variables that are variables in C. So what are the variables we have, how to assign values to variables, how to assign value different values to already assigned variable and multiple variables, how we have to declare everything we are going to see in this video. So don't skip any part. So watch this video till end so that you will understand variables concept in clear and detailed way. So yeah, variables are very important to understand in any programming languages. So don't skip any part. So we have already done previous videos related to syntax, statements, and outputs. So comments how we have to give in the C programming language. We have seen those previous videos. If you haven't watched those videos, just have a look on that. So we have a playlist for the C tutorials. Check out that playlist once. So yeah, subscribe to our channel for many more videos like this. So you will never get miss any update. You have to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so that you will get notified each time when we upload a new video. Yeah, variables in C we are going to see now. Is nothing but variables are like containers for storing data values. Like data values, data is nothing but some numbers or characters is called as data, right? So for storing that data, we should have some containers, also we called as boxes or some places we can assume like. So that place we are giving some name of that place also. So for that we are having like variables. So naming that like places or spaces or containers for storing data values we call it as variables. So in C there are different types of variables that is defined with different keywords. So for example we can have numbers, characters, like different types of data is there like that. For storing particular data we should have some particular variables, like we have defined some keywords for that different types of variables, so we call that as variables. So for example, we have int variable means stores integers itself. So integers may comes as whole numbers without decimals, such as like 1 2 3 or -1 2 3 or -1 -2, like such numbers, integers. Okay, whole numbers without decimals. Okay. Next, float we have. Float is nothing but stores floating point numbers like with decimals, such as 2.1, 2.2, or 19.99 or 19.29, like that. We'll have such floating point, that is decimal numbers. We store that in the float variable. So next we'll have like characters. Like for storing characters, we have char variable. So characters comes like a character, b character, like uppercase or lowercase, we call it as character. So characters are surrounded by a single quotes. If it is in a single quote, we call that as a character. If it is in double quote, we call that as a other thing like string, or we call it as a collection of characters, or we call it as a word like that. Okay, so for characters means you should understand that should be in single quotes. So that is single character. Okay. um, this is for types of variables will be like this. So now see how to create a variable, like declaring a variable. How you have to create, like to create a variable, one we have to specify the type and assign a value. So what type of variable it is, like what type, which I told you, like type of variables will maybe int, float, or char. So type you have to mention and variable name you have to give. So variable is name is nothing but the container name which we are giving name for that particular place where we are storing the data type. In type is nothing but what type of data we are storing in that variable, we call it as a type. You understood, right? Type and variable name, what is that? Value is nothing but what the value, what type of data we are going to store is nothing but a value here. So type is one of the C types, such as int, float, or char, like that. Variable is the name of the variable, such as you can give any name, that may be x, y, or any name, or in a string format, like my name, your name, like car name, like that. Book name, so book. So like it, variables names can be anything. And next, equal sign will have. Equal sign is nothing but assigning the value or expression. Equals to means we are assigning this equal to thus, so like that. So is a value to assign a value to that variable, we are using this equal to sign. So let's create a variable that should store a number. How that example will look like. So store a number is nothing but a whole number, so we have to go with a type of integer, int. And the name of the variable we are giving as my num is nothing but my number, that is equal to is equal to what the number we are going to store in that data type is 15. So my number is equal to 15, and in C language every statement should end with a semicolon, so semicolon should be mandatory. So this is also a statement, not only printf. So this is the declaration of a variable like this. So with the without value also we can declare, and later on we can assign a value also, that thing also we can do. So without a variable we can declare. How we can declare is, we should declare with the type data. Variable type should be mandatory, and variable type comma, so sorry, variable type space and the name of the variable, semicolon. So that is a declaration of a variable. So now if you want to assign a value to a variable, you can do like taking the name of the already declared variable, then only you can assign. Without declaring a variable you can't assign a value to that variable, it will throw an error. So first declaring we have to do, and then assigning a value to that variable, or both you can do in a single step. Declaring and assigning will be happen here itself. You see, creating a variable, kind of these are the two steps while creating a variable you have to understand. So output variables. So output variables we have already seen in a printf statements. So we have learned output chapter, right? See output kind of video where we have seen output values or printing the values which are having in the printf in a double quotes like hello world. In many programming languages like Python, Java, C++, we would normally use print function to display the value of a variable, but in C it is not possible. We should have like a print f. So the printf, okay, here you can see so sorry, like in printing function if you give a variable name, that will not going to be display here. So to output variables in C, to get familiar with output format specifiers, we have to see. Let's see how to print the variable there. So let's see how we are getting an issue. Create. I will just see some examples like how to create a different kind of variables and see that. So see, int minum is equal to 15 is there. So if we run this kind of thing, print the number will not print. We should be in a text. Until now we have seen like some text should be specified in printf. So for that we should have format specifiers. We'll see that in a few minutes. Now let's see, this nothing is happening, keep it in mind. So how to display that 15, we'll see. So see, this is how we are declaring integer int type variable. This is one is, and then we will be having like what we can have is we can have a float variable, my number, that is 1.5 is a float. Like that you can do a char thing also with a single quotes. I'll show you that thing also. Why to skip? It's a char. My char. So characters, so we have already done like single quotes will be there. This is a char type variable. So these are the variables we have. So nothing is happening, right? How to display that of 15 number, we'll go to know if we see the format specifiers. So format specifier is nothing but to print like a printf function is there, like the compiler will type what type of variable is stored. It is basically called as a placeholder for a variable. So a format specifier starts with a percentage sign followed by the character. For example, to the output value of an integer variable, use the format specifier uh, like percentage sign and d surrounded by the semicolons or double quotes inside the printf statement function. So you understood, right? So I'll repeat once again. Like format specifiers we have to use to print the variable names. Okay. So first thing is format specifier is used to print the function names in the printf statement. Printf statement only we are using to display the outputs, right? So basically for that we should use placeholders. Placeholders for variables we have to use in printf function to display that outputs. You understood, right? We use for just to understand a simple way, we should use format specifiers to print uh, uh, what we call as variable values in printf statements. So that particular format specifiers we called as a placeholder. So format specifier basically starts with a percentage sign So percentage followed by what, it will decide what type of data we are going to print. Okay, so now for integer we should have a percentage d. That is, if you give percentage d as a placeholder, then we can mention int type of character to be displayed in the printf statement. So int my number is equal to 15, we have created a variable int type variable we have created, and I am printing that. So for that we have to use double quotes. The what the content in the double quotes will be going to print. So that placeholder is here is d. So that d is nothing but integer placeholder. So integer value of my number will be printed. So this is how we have to do. We have to print the variables. So if it is not there, only the name of the variable we have given here, then nothing will happen. So printf, now I'm giving is I'm just giving some space like that, so to understand what is happening. Likewise, see, nothing is happening, nothing is gonna display like my num. It will not going to be understand what is this one, like that. So no outputs will be getting. Okay, so this is how to display that, what we call as integer variable. Let's see other variables how we are going to print. To print other variables we should use, for char we should use a percentage c as a placeholder, and for float we should use percentage f. So understood, right? So D for integer, F for float value, C for character type. So here C creating variables of int as 15 and float as 5.99 and letter as D, and printing those variables by using placeholders, that is percentage D for integer type and percentage F for float type and percentage C for mileages. Here you can see this black slash n is there. That is nothing but getting a new line for every print statements. If it is not there, you can tell me what will happen. That will be printed in the single line, like one after other will be printed. If you want it, everything in a new line, you see 15 and then no space 5.99, and then you can see here like letter, right? Letter, it is a d, it is d. So float type it will be having 0.99 triple zero. Okay, 0. So this is how format specifiers will work. So you should keep in mind that for integer percentage d should be used, for float percentage f, and for character percentage c. To combine both text and variable, separate them with a comma inside the printf statement. For example, if you want a text also and then the value of a variable also at the same time in your printf statement, then you should use this comma, like that should be included. Yeah, comma should be uh, needed, right? For normal thing also, like comma, and then you have to mention that variable name. First placeholder, the thing should be printed, comma, at that place what should come. For this, see what the integer variable should come, that we think we have to mention. In the same way you can mention some text also in the printf statement. With along with this we have some placeholder. So that placeholder will be having integer value. That integer value we can specify after giving a comma, then that value be placed in this placeholder. So resultant will be printed like my favorite number is 15. So if we change this number as my favorite number is 7, then if you're going to run this thing, then you will be getting my favorite number as 7. So whatever the value we are giving. For example, why do we use variables means, if you want to use the same number at different places, like my favorite number is 7 and other thing, like you can write so many statements, but when you are getting my name, so 7 value will be replaced in that placeholder. So no need to mention every time 777, like that. So this is how variables will be replaced. So it's just like a name assigned to particular data. So when you are calling that name, the data will come into that place, like person. That's it. To print different types in a single printf function, we should use this following, like to different types is nothing but same placeholder concept itself. So as I told, right, so whatever the value to be printed, that should be specified after comma. Like see, my number is percentage d is nothing but it will here in this placeholder it will get int value, and my letter is percentage c, that will getting like character value. So now comma, so first thing which we have here is d like int type, then int variable name we have to mention, and then character type, the character name should have to mention, that order should be there. So that is how we have to specify the two variables and their placeholders. We can have two or more variable names in a single printf statement. This is how we have to use format specifiers. So you understood, right, for what is format specifiers and everything. Now printing values without variables. So we should mention variables only, you can ask, no need of variables, just we can give data type directly without assigning variables and everything. You can mention data also, but while having format specifiers in your print statement, directly you can give data if you have, or we can have this placeholders, then that particular placeholder is expecting an integer value, that integer value should be specified in printf statement by a comma specifier, so that will replace here. So it is the same, right? Writing this placeholder comma value, that will be cutting same. So that's why we are using variables and we are assigning at one place to that value to a variable, so that will be used so many number of times in the particular set of code. Okay, so no need to mention every time the data there. So this is how sustainable use of variables can be done like this. So see the changing of values to a variables, so it's not fixed, right? The value of a variable can be changeable. So like creating a variable, you can assign one value that can be override in a next line itself, that is my number is equal to 10, here I have given, here I'm creating a new variable my name 15 here, and then changing the number to 10 itself. So that is possible, that will override the previous value. So yeah, let's see this example so that you can understand. So here my number is 50, and then we are assigned, then we are going to print that, then we are getting 10 value. So if I print the same my num value before assigning the value 10, then you can see, right, then you will get 15 itself. So 15 once, and then let me have this, then you will be getting in a new line so that you will understand 15 to new. See, before assigning you will, then again my I'm updating or overriding that value 10 to 10, so now I am printing, then I'm getting 10 value. So we can change the value of a variable. Okay, you can assign the value of one variable to other also, like we are having int 15, my number as 15 and int my other number as 25. You can assign the value of my other number 23 to the my number also, that thing also you can do. So yeah, this is how we can do. So when you print my number here, it is coming as 23 instead of 15, because we are assigning that my number to other value. Like we are not previously what we have did is we have just updated directly, but now we have another variable, by using another variable we are updating or overriding the previous variable. That thing also we can do. So next what we can do is we can copy variable values to an empty variables also. So here we are having a value, right? So value, we are having a one variable and taking to other. But now what I want to do is I'm just copying the my num to another variable. So that thing also we can do. So my number is 15 and declaring the other number variable, and assigning that value of my num 15 to this variable. So that thing also, when I gonna print my other number, it will be having value because we are assigning this value. We are just declaring and then assigning. That thing also we can do. So these are the three possible cases, like we can override directly with the data, we can override with an other variable, and then we can copy one variable into another variable. So this is how changing of values will be done. Next, add variables together. If we have two values variables, then we can add them and we get some out of that. So adding two integers will be get an integer, right? So we should mention what type of result you want into type, then sum is equal to 5 plus 6, that will be answer 11 you are getting as a sum, some value. So that some value we are going to print as percentage d xy. instead of having like x plus y here, you can directly have, instead of some variable, you can directly give x plus y, that will gonna give the same output, that is 11. Okay, so like this you can do, adding two variables at a time. That is what we have. So if you give percentage d here, we are getting this. If you give percentage f, then you will be having float type of value. So whatever the value you are mentioning will be there. The other value will be getting like the resultant will be getting like float. Okay. Next, access will be there. You can do afterwards. Next, multiple variables we are going to see. So what is multiple variables means declaring multiple variables at a time. So you are writing like int x is equal to 5, int y is equal to 6. So why to write int every time? So you can just have a comma separated list, like int is the same data type, variable type for all the variables. So x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6, z is equal to 50. All are int type variables only. Now printing printf percentage d, that is the int type. We are just summing up 5 plus 6 plus 50. You are getting the resultant as a int output. That is one thing. Uh, like declaring all variables, like more than one variable of same data type, using a comma separated list. You can also assign the same value to multiple variables of the same type, like int xyz we have just declared once, and then assigning the same value, like x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to 50. The same value we are assigning, and then we are printing the sum of the things. That is just understanding like what will the value in x, y plus z. You can also have like this. You can like to understand this. You can just print. Now I'm just gonna print x value and then the y value and then the z value. So you understand like in the xyz will be taking 50 for x and 50 for y and 50 for z. So totally we are getting like as in 150. So you can write here as total. Here x is equal to, here y is equal to, here z is equal to. So like that, the text will be also mentioned, and then placeholder the value will be there. Like that you will be getting. Okay. So this is how we can declare multiple variables and assigning the same value. Yeah, that is what multiple variables. And then we can have a thing called as variable names. So how variable names we have to give? So that is we called as a identifier. C variables must be identified with unique name. These unique names are called as identifiers. So we should use as unique names only. Identifiers can be short names like x and y's, and more descriptive names like age, sum total, or like anything. Okay, it is recommended to use descriptive names in order to create understandable and maintainable code. If you give X or Y, the other person will not understand your point of view or why you have given X or Y like this. If it is a single short name, so if you give a descriptive name, so as sum or age, so with the descriptive name, they will understand what variable or value it is. So that is that much important variable name to be decided. That we call the unique name of this variables we called as identifiers. So here you see, this is a good variable name like int minutes per hour, that is 60. Okay, so now what we have is 60 but you understand the 60 is a value, but you never know like it will be a minutes per hour point of view for the person who have written this code. So but not easy to understand what m actually is. But the person who have written m is minutes per hour, he in his point of view, but you will never understand what m is. So if we have given a good variable name, then we'll understand that it will be more readable and understandable if we use that kind of descriptive names. So if you give minutes per hour, and then it will be printing the same values. Just an example to understand how important to be giving the variable names. So yeah, in general rules for following the variables names, like name should contain letters only, digits and underscores. Slow, it should not be like dollars or special characters likewise. So people will might confuse like what it is. So next names must begin with a letter or underscore itself, like letters, numbers to numbers should not come at first like that. Names are it's the rules you should follow, right? So otherwise it will throw an error. Names are case sensitive. Like if you give my var, like we is capital and my var are two different variables. We should not get confused. Like it's the same. It's a case sensitive. So if it is smaller capital, we should keep an eye out for it. Next, names cannot contain white space or special characters, like I said, right? Dollar, hash, question mark, percentage. We should not give such kind of characters because those characters different meanings in the C language. Okay. The next, reversed words such as int cannot be used as names. Okay. Reserved rows. These are the reserved words we called as keywords. They like int, float, and char. These are the already defined their definition in the language itself. So now we have to use other things for giving a variable names. This is how we have to give variable names. The rules should be remembered, most important things for assigning a variables. And then real life examples you can go through. So if you have any doubts in real time examples, you can ask me in the comment section. We'll check on those things at the last. So real life examples we'll see at last. So it will be time consuming. The video will be lengthy if you are going explaining all the things. So it is nothing but having a variables and printing those variables. That's it. So calculating the area of rectangle, so variables, and then we are just adding up. We have already seen so many examples. Just try it with yourself in a not only these two examples, you can try so many examples so that you will understand these variable names and naming them and assigning values and displaying things. You will get better by only practicing. I hope you like this video. If you are enjoying my tutorials or videos, give a big thumbs up below and let me know in the comment section. I would definitely feel happy if I get positive comments. I'll do more such kind of videos that will help you to getting the things better, and share my videos to your friends and colleagues who are at learning stage of C and these basic things. That's all for this video. I hope you have subscribed to my channel already. If not, please subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified each time when I upload a new video. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.